Hey guys, today we're going to make a video about my fire alarm collection. So there are a total of 26 alarms and there are 7 horn strobes. So yeah, I believe my collection doubled after the one I made last year, but it hasn't really been a year since I made that video. But anyways, my fire alarm collection grew a lot after I made that video, so let's just get into this video. So yeah. So in this video we're going to start with the fire alarms I first got, and then it'll go from first to last. So yeah. So over here, of course, I have my Firelight BG12L, my first pull station and fire alarm device. I'm gonna pull that. Everyone pretty much has this in their collection. And then beside it I have my system sensor spectral advanced MHR mini horn. Anyways, yeah. And by the way, both I got both of these in 2019. So yeah. Over here I have this, I believe, a Tekatoner siren strobe thing. I don't count this as a horn strobe because I don't know, it just runs on 12 volts and it's not really UL listed. So yeah. But yeah, that I got in late 2020. And then over here I got my first horn strobe. I got it back in January 2023. It's my System Sensor L series PTRL horn strobe. It has 8 tones, and I think it was good for my first horn strobe. So yeah. And I was able to do more with it when I got my sync module, which I'll get to in a bit. And then over here we have my first remote strobe, my Wheelock RSS. And I got this in February 2023. This one's the multi-candela one, so RSS-24-MCW. So yeah. And then beside it, we got my Wheelock MIZ-TC24-R. This is free run. I also got this in February 2023. So yeah, it does code 3 and continuous. It's non-syncable. So yeah, my RSS is syncable. Code 3 continuous, fixed high volume. Moving on to April of 2023, I got these two space age devices. I got the cover plate this year because this alarm wasn't really looking good without a cover plate. So I got this cover plate. Basically, this is for the lights, for a light switch, but the strobe fits through very perfectly. So yeah, I got the plate from Walmart and I just got the strobe from eBay. It's the Space Age Infinity Series LAV SDR24, and it's fixed 75 candela non-sync. And then over here we have my Space Age Infinity Series LAV horn. Funny thing is, this has a volume control, but it doesn't. It doesn't have a code 3 option. So it just does continuous, but it has a low volume, high volume option because this could be used on panels, and this is very quiet. So yeah. And so those two, I got them back in like April 2023. And then over here we have my first Gentex device, which is a Gentex Commander 3 2nd Gen remote strobe. The model number is GES 3-24WR. So yeah, multi-candela. And it's still good, it looks brand new. Though I got that back in July 2023. And then here's this Faraday RSD T-bar. It's an RMS1T. I got this in the same month I got the Gentex Commander 3 remote strobe. So yeah, I had to get the key in October of 2023 because the key wasn't included. The person who sold this told us that we have to order the key separately. So yeah. But now I could use it. Over here we have my Gentex Commander 3 horn strobe, second Gentex device. And this is model GEC 3-24WR. So yeah, my first multi-tone device. I got that in October 2023. I think I already said that. Alright, now there was a huge delay between me getting alarms in 2023 and 2024. So moving on to 2024. So I got I got this Wheelock Exceeder device. I don't really know the exact model number. But it's a ceiling mount red remote horn, and it's syncable. For some reason they branded it Eaton because Eaton started kind of selling the devices from a company they own, which is Wheelock. So I believe this is the LHNC3. This is the LHNC3 part of the series. This is an Wheelock Exceeder LED3 device. So it does code 3 continuous low volume, high volume, and it can run on Wheelock Sync. So yeah, got that in April 2024. Same for this one. I also got this in April 2024. I got these two on the same day. So anyways, moving on to this Wheelock AS. It's ceiling mount, but I use it on my wall because I don't really mount ceiling mount devices on the roof. And the model of this AS is AS24 MCCH. The reason why it's MCCH is because this is a high candela variant. It can only do 115 candela and 177 candela. I only set it to 115 candela, but I still get half blinded by this thing because it's 115 candelas. So that's the lowest. I'm never setting that on 177 candela. So yeah, that could also run on Wheelock Sync. Over here, I believe I got this in May or late April. I don't know. I don't really know when, but over here we have my SM-1224R. Yeah. So this is not a dual sync module. It's just a sync module. Got five terminals on it. I figured out how to make my Wheelock devices do 2-wire audible silence after like a year. Or almost 2 years actually. So yeah, I thought this doesn't do 2-wire audible silence, but it does do it. But now I can't use it because this green capacitor thing is breaking off. So yeah. Now, over here we're moving on to August 2024. So over here I got this random EST mini horn thing. I don't really know the exact model. Could be a G1P. It came with this alert trim plate. The cover always breaks off because I broke both of the tabs. So yeah, it's like a mini horn that does continuous, and it's high volume. No volume selection. It's just a buzzer, which is kind of loud. So yeah, I still like this device though. Pretty rare to have it with a alert trim plate. And then over here we have another Wheelock LED3 series Exceeder device. This one's this is my first LED device. But this is very loud compared to my ceiling mount one. So, but both sound the same. Yeah. This one's multi-candela, of course. LED strobe. I think Wheelock had to discontinue these in favor of their Alexa devices, including this one. So yeah, so the model of this device is the LHS3 part. So yeah. There it is, and it can run on Wheelock Sync. And then moving on to November 2024. Alright, so over here we have more EST devices. So over here we have my EST remote chime. I set this to low volume, but I can't change it back because you have to cut that goofy jumper, which is not irreversible. So I don't really know the exact model of this. I think it's the G1RF. I don't know. But yeah, pretty nice remote chime. So yeah. And you know what makes most of the weight? That little speaker in there. So yeah. But this is lightweight because everything is just lightweight on EST devices by default. So anyways, by the way, moving on to this. So over here we got my EST Genesis horn strobe, and this one's multi-candela. Now I got fooled into buying this because I thought I was actually buying an LED EST Genesis, but instead this was inside the LED EST Genesis box. But then when I took it out, I was like surprised to see this. So but anyways, I'm keeping this. Good alarm too, pretty loud on low volume, or I'm not sure if I set it to low volume. Okay, so that was 2024 November. Now moving on to 2025, January 2025. I got both of these devices together. So over here we have my system sensor PC2W horn strobe spectral alert. So yeah, not much to talk about this, but my first spectral alert device. And moving on, we have my system sensor MDL3R newest system sensor sync module. I like how it has the covered circuit board, unlike this, because it was easy to break the capacitor on that. So yeah, I can do a system sensor sync with this. Like I said, I was able to do more with this after I got the MDL. So yeah, I can also silence my EST Genesis synchronizable devices with the MDL. EST devices do their own thing, but when there's any other device, they don't sync when the horns are active. So yeah, you'll probably know what I mean. And then, oh yeah, on the same day, I also got these two Mercom addressable poles. I removed the addressable modules, so I don't really know the model number, and I'm still figuring out what key these things take. So yeah, but I managed to remove the glass rods because of these two screws on the back. So yeah, I'm still keeping them, but I need the key. I got the wrong key. It was unfabricated. So yeah. Over here we have my homemade pull station. I believe I made this in March. And this one actually lasted longer than my homemade pull stations I made in 2023. So yeah. Over here we have my Siemens UMMT-S17. This is non-sync. The UMHST, I don't know, something like that would be able to sync, but those are sync only. This one is free run only. So this is my second multi-tone device. So yeah, nothing much here. Got this in May 2025. So yeah. And now we're almost done. Over here we have my system sensor HR, similar to this, except that this is a wall mount horn. You could still put these things on the ceiling. I mean, system sensor didn't make any ceiling mount remote horn, yeah, because you could put these on the ceiling. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. Just the sound output could be a little different, because I noticed that the sound output on the wall mount devices are a little louder than the ones that are ceiling mount. So yeah, I got this in June 2025, which was, I believe, 2 months ago almost. Now moving on to last month, which is my system sensor HWL. Has the same mounting bracket as my P2RL. See? No difference. Same generation. So yeah. I've heard about the YouTube update. I don't know if YouTube would make all my videos private. I don't know if I'll make them public again, but I don't think I could make them public again. So I guess I'll have to do a fresh start if YouTube decides to keep my videos private forever, my older videos. So yeah, I know YouTube gives us updates we don't want, and they don't listen to us. They're just becoming dystopian. They're crushing dissent at this point because they're defending their stupid AI policy. I don't know, AI is this, I don't know why we have to give our government documents, but I'm going to re-upload this video if they make it private. So yeah, bye guys.